Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of the 2022 season of Love in the Time of Quarterbacks. Last week had a great start to the week. Obviously, our show picks were 2-1, and overall we were 3-1. If you follow me on Twitter, like I always tell you, at CPT_handsome, I gave you some free money in the Bucks game. The line moved to Bucks -0.5, so I told you guys to put 2 units on it. I hope you tailed because that was literally just free money. Before Dak went out, the Cowboys were awful, so that was literally just free money. That was never going to be a loser. So hope you guys jumped in on that. We were 3-1 overall in the week. We started off up 5.06 units, which is a great start, obviously. Just like last year, I'll tell you the same thing. I think last year we were 4-0 week 1, and I said there's going to be rough weeks. And I think we had 3 weeks in a row where we shit the bed, but that's why these hot starts are nice, and that's why you have to just stick with your rules. And like I always say, don't say, "Oh, we got a bunch of money, let's double our unit." Don't do that. Keep your unit. Over the year, I tell you the same thing. I'm not going to make you rich, but if you tail me over the year, I make money. I've made money. I think it's 8 years in a row now, and 10 of the last 11 years. There was one in between there where I didn't. And that year, I think we lost something like 4 units or something like that. So it wasn't even, overall, we've done really, really well. But like I said, I won't make you rich, but if you tail me, you'll make a little bit of money most years. So with that said, let's get into this week's picks. I wanted to put these out on Tuesday. My wife is working like crazy right now. So I'm basically a part-time, like a single parent right now. And it's just busy. So get these out when I can. First play I have, all 3 of my sides this week are single unit plays. So I have Indy -3.5 at Jacksonville. One of the things you're going to notice from me today is I'm big on bounce backs in week 2. Everybody says, there's overreaction Monday and things like that. And I think the lines often do that. I actually don't think this is a terrible line. I have Indy -4.5. I think they opened at 4 and moved to 3.5. So right now you can get them at -3.5 at Penny. And I definitely recommend that play for a unit. I don't love that we missed the hook, obviously, but I think they're going to need to make a statement because you don't want to start a 1-1. And so, Jacksonville has not looked great. Trevor Lawrence has not looked like the guy that I thought he was going to be. I heavily invested in his cards because I really thought he was going to be a stud. He didn't look great again last week against a Washington team that I thought gave them some opportunities to win that game. Obviously, they gave him a bunch of opportunities to win that game, but I just didn't think he looked stellar. So I'm gonna run with Indy, and I like that. My next one is Carolina at the Giants. I think the Giants are a little overvalued here. I think Carolina's front 7 will likely be able to do a better job of taking care of Saquon than the Titans' front 7 were. And I just think Carolina getting plus money. Even at home, how do you ever take the Giants as a favorite? They're not a very good team. Danny Dimes is not a good quarterback. I don't think their defense is that good either. I'm gonna run with Carolina here, getting plus 115. You can get that at 5 dimes currently for 1 unit. I'm also gonna take a fairly large dog on the money line with that's Carolina was the money line pick. I'm also gonna take the Arizona money line at plus 205. You can get that at 5 dimes for a unit. They're visiting Las Vegas. And I know both these guys lost last week, so you're going to say, both of them are due for a bounce back. I still think Arizona plays better early in the year. I think that, I think it's going to be much tougher. I guess it's going to be ridiculous for either of them. They play in the 2 toughest divisions in football. So it's going to be ridiculous for either of them to go 0-2. For some reason, I just really like Arizona. I had this, I think, as Las Vegas -1. And so that tells me there's enough value here at plus 205 to make that bet. It's not always going to be a winner, but I think there's room there. And lastly is the 7-point teaser. All favorites here. I don't normally like to do that, but I like Green Bay versus Chicago. They're hosting Chicago. You can move them down from 10 to -3. Green Bay is just a way better team. They own Chicago. I think they're going to smash them. I think they could beat them by 25. Denver -3 hosting Houston. Same thing. They need a win, and Houston's still a bad team. And I think that there's no way they lose that game at home. And so, yeah, I'm going with Denver -3. And lastly, Cincinnati at Dallas, moving Cincinnati from -7.5 to -0.5. I just think Cincy, after last week, again, they need to bounce back and have a win. Dallas, yeah, they need to bounce back and have a win, but not with Cooper Rush. And they looked bad with Dak already. That offense looked bad with Dak. So I don't think they can come anywhere close to competing with the high-flying offense of the Bengals. Trayvon Diggs is going to be licking his chops, being like, oh, I'm going to get so many picks off of Joe Burrow. Sure, maybe you get a pick or two, but he's probably going to toast you for 200 yards because you're a terrible coverage corner. So I think Cincy's just going to rule them. So I like being able to move Cincy to that number because I don't think there's any chance they lose this game. And that's for 2 units. Otherwise, guys, same as always. Make sure you're being safe. Make sure you are not betting more than you can. Make sure you are following me on Twitter at CPT_handsome for in-game plays and additions and things like that. And always remember, Barstool is garbage. Don't play with their book. Don't listen to them. They're misogynistic pieces of trash. And they just hired an ex-Dolphins Twitter guy named Klump, who wasn't really a Dolphins Twitter guy. He was whatever got him attention kind of guy. And he is a pure trash account on Twitter. So I think he's perfect for Barstool because they're just trash. Don't use Barstool. Friends don't let friends use Barstool. Guys, have a great one. Thanks for watching.